What's going on, guys? On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about some common mistakes that I made when purchasing and stacking gold. So stay tuned for that. What's going on, guys? It's STG. I thought I'd make a late night video. As you can see, it's a little bit after 2:30 a.m. And yes, if you're wondering, that watch is real, just part of my stack of gold. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a fishy fish style video here. Instead of being outside at 2:30 in the morning, unfortunately I live in the city. I don't want to get robbed or stabbed or anything. So I'm gonna do this my own little home style here. Got a nice little cerveza here I'm gonna crack open. And gotta get my Victoria cerveza going on here. It's basically a little bit of a cheaper version of a Modelo. And I just happen to like the taste a little bit better, guys. Something I get from my little bodega near me, and thought I'd just make a chill video tonight. So I hope you guys like it. So today, let me get a sip first before I start the video. There we go. So today I basically decided to sell some of my gold that I do not like, and it is some gold that I purchased that I basically, one of them I didn't know I was buying that, and the others I basically made a rookie mistake when I was stacking. So I thought I'd share some mistakes with you guys that I made. I've only been doing this for a little bit over 2 years now, so I'm still pretty much an amateur myself, and I thought, I'd share some mistakes with you guys that I've made in the journey so far. So one of my first mistakes was buying extremely small fractional gold. So normally, the larger the amount of gold you buy, the lower the premiums, right? So basically, I purchased these 1 gram bar gold that I've been kind of giving them out like they're Halloween candy to some YouTubers, and they're great. I thought because they were cheap and affordable. But if you do the math, oftentimes you'll pay extremely high premiums on these little 1 gram gold bars. So in reality, you're actually, in the long run, if this is what you're stacking or if this is what you're buying, you're actually paying a lot more in the long run. So my advice to you guys, please do not buy these fractional gold bars. You will not get your money back. So that leads me into the story today. I decided to go and sell most of my fractional gold bars, and I walked over to this little, I wouldn't say it's a local an LCS, more like an LCK. It was more like a kiosk, so it wasn't really a full store. This guy has a little kiosk set up, and he basically has about 3 guys working there in this little kiosk, maybe like, I don't know, I'm looking at my room here, maybe 1/4 the size of my room. I mean, this guy was like on a shoestring budget. I looked this guy up. He was pretty cool, reputable guy. He got tons of positive reviews. So I'm like, all right, let me give him my support. That's this guy's basically the closest thing to me I could call an LCS. So I go over there, and the guy ahead of me is basically selling this guy gold. So I know he's the owner. I saw him, online. I saw his picture and everything. So he's basically doing acid test on all these gold jewelries, and he's telling this other guy who came ahead of me. Excuse me, I need some more beer. Much better. He basically told the guy ahead of me, oh, I'm going to be about 15, 20 minutes. And I'm like, I got some time. I'm going to look around. He has a few shelves. And he didn't really have too much. He basically priced everything the same. He had maples. He had kangaroos. He had Krugerrands, and they were pretty much all like $40 each. I'm like, yeah, it's a rip-off. I could probably get these things 28 to 32 bucks a piece. So I decided to wait because I just wanted to get rid of these little. I had about 10 of these 1/10 ounce. I'm sorry, I had 10 of these 1 gram bars, and I had a 1/4 ounce gold bar, which I've been trying to get rid of for a while now on some forums and stuff. So I was like, all right, let me wait. Let me see what this guy gives me. I know I'm going to lose some money on it. Go up to him. He has a Sigma out. He pulls it out and test every bar. It's good. I'm thinking, okay, this guy's not going to give me that much for the gold. And I was pleasantly surprised to get spot for the gold. I know, some people are like, oh, you shouldn't take less than spot, or, oh, why are you so surprised? Well, I usually go to the big boys, and they usually offer me considerably less than spot. I'm not gonna name any names. I've been to some of the big players here in New York City. Let's just put it at that. And they usually offer you considerably less than spot, even for something like an AGE. So I was happy with him. He seemed like a nice guy, honest guy, just trying to make a buck. I saw he had the 1 grams priced very reasonably. I think it was like maybe $10 over spot. So I was like, all right. So that just leads me to my back to my story, where as far as these fractional gold bars, I'd say on about half an ounce of gold, I probably lost about $260. And I know gold's down a little bit now, but come on, like $30, $40, that equates to maybe an extra $10 I'm gonna get. So, the moral of the story is, guys, unless you really want to wait a long time till gold goes up, hopefully goes up, you're not going to get your money back on these little fractionals. Now, the 1/4 ounce, that leads me into another thing to avoid. What you want to avoid is buying mystery boxes. Ooh, I'm getting a mystery box. I wonder what it's going to be. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I did the $500 gold mystery box, and I ended up with a fucking 1/4 ounce fractional bar. And I ended up spending $500 on it. And I was kind of annoyed when I got it, because I'm like, really? That's the best you could do? Just give me fucking 2 American Gold Eagles. I'll take I don't care. It's worth less than at the time, $500. I don't give a shit. I'd rather have that than 1/4 ounce fractional bar. So I got spot for that. It was about $4.56. Lost about 40 bucks on that, you know, whatever. You live and you learn. So that's another pitfall, guys. When they say mystery box or this or that, you don't know what you're gonna get. Do not, I repeat, do not buy that. If you don't know what you're gonna get, expect to get the worst thing possible. Okay. All right. So those are two things. I two mistakes that I made. The third mistake is with collectible coins. Okay, what I mean by this are, let's say the US Mint puts out some type of, collectible coin this year, one time only, or, maybe every year they have it, or maybe it's something special. So basically last year they had the 1/10 ounce designer edition American Gold Eagles, right? Oh, limited production, 15,000, whatever. I don't remember how many. I think it was 15,000. Maybe it was only five. Actually, I think it was only 5,000 or 10,000. I don't even know at this point. So basically, I bought a couple of them secondhand because they basically sell out from the Mint's website within a minute. And when I say a minute, I literally mean a minute. They sell out. So I bought two of them, and I basically had them graded. So, these one-time issues of these sets, guys, honestly, it's basically a scam. So one-time issue, let's say, the 100th anniversary of the Morgan dollar, the Peace dollar, something like that, I'd say, okay, that's pretty cool. It's not going to be issued every year. But when you get something, they call it a quote-unquote designer edition, and it's basically two American Gold Eagles, a Type 1 and a Type 2, and there's nothing that's really special about them except that they basically come together in a set. My advice is to avoid it at all costs. If it's just something very generic like this and they try to hype it up and say, oh, it's designer edition, you get both Type 1, Type 2, basically, guys, just it's a bunch of BS. My advice is not to get these type of coins. So you live and you learn. And another thing is, if you do buy them, try to get them directly from the Mint if possible. Number one, it'll save you money. And number two, again, you don't know what condition these are going to be in. One of them graded a 70, the other graded a 68, which I don't know for a brand spanking new coin. I don't know how it got that low. Maybe it was shuffled around in the mix mailing all those times. The guy had to get it from the Mint, who I bought it from. Then he mailed it to me, and then I mailed it to PCGS. So, all those times in the mail is not good for your coin being shuffled around. So that's another tip. If you do send it off to be graded, make sure you pack the coins extremely well so they can't move. I know with these type of coins, to get the first strike, you can't really open the box. So when you do send it off for grading, make sure you insulate the boxes really well within the box you're mailing it in. So that's just a little tip there. And yeah, so these type of coins, guys, avoid at all cost. Also, again, I want to point this out. This is a pre-33 commemorative coin. Now, these are a little bit more collectible, guys, but honestly, when you do buy collectible gold coins, guys, you want to make sure you see them in person, up front, live, because as I mentioned in the pre-33 gold video, you know, they're not going to always show you the best pictures of the gold. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that it is the best condition possible. Ask for more pictures, try to see it in person if possible. You know, just make sure you're getting a good quality coin, guys, because you could get easily ripped off, especially when you're talking about pre-33 gold. And one grade can mean the difference between a $10,000 coin and a $50,000 coin. So you got to really watch out for grades. So that's a little advice. So my last tip, guys, I know it's not always easy for people to buy coins in person. I know a lot of people, they don't have a local coin shop, and for whatever reason, they can't, you know, see the coins in person. Guys, make sure when you buy a coin, you know what condition the coin is in if you're not seeing it in person. So, you know, you might buy a gold coin and you might be getting a good deal on it. You look at it up close and okay, it's not the best condition. It's a nice gold coin. I'm getting it for a good price, you know. Let me buy it. What the hell? So guys, for me personally, especially when I buy world gold coins, I tend to prefer them in BU condition. I tend to pay an extra $10, $20, $30 more just to get that BU condition. I think in the long run, when some of these coins become a little bit more collectible as time passes, I think condition is one of the factors that sets some of these coins apart as far as price. As I mentioned with pre-33 gold, you know, I mean, these coins, you're talking coins that could be 150 years old, and basically one grade difference can mean the difference of thousands of dollars. So, I mean, do I think coins like this are going to matter that much in the near future? One grade? No. But if your strategy is stacking long term, do I think one grade difference 20, 30 years from now is going to make a big difference? Absolutely. So guys, these are basically some tips that I wanted to share with you tonight. I hope you learned something. I hope it was informative. I hope you guys do not make the same mistakes I do. And always, please stack that gold.